Hello, Woolsworth.
Hello.
We're back with another Boxart critique.
There's always more boxes.
There's always more boxes. We don't have a Star Exorcist here with us today because these box arts are for men, like stinky dick, sweaty men like us. And Wooly, you just keep flexing, just keep working it. All right, we'll be taking a look at the box arts of the final fights and the rage in the streets. Streets of rage. So what's the first? Okay, now you can stop.
All right.
What's the first one we got on tap?
Well, we got a lot of good old Final Fight boxes to look at, and I forgot how fucking
Awesome!
That's one word.
It is.
Take a look for yourself.
All right, what we got?
Man, Freddie Mercury
Versus every guy from Mad Max.
the Legion of Doom.
So I remember, this is one of my earliest box art memories, is going to the local video store and just being like, oh, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Look at the rivulets of sweat.
But for a half second, because Legion of Doomman is on this side, you're like, is he the hero and his family man the bad guy?
I just assume, regardless of the side you're on, spikes and little cute, like girlies bought at Ardeen skull earring
yes
is what makes him bad no matter what side he's on.
Totally bought at Ardennes, aka Hot Topic.
Yeah, exactly.
Type of thing.
And the other interesting thing to know is a weird, very early Capcom USA logo on the side
this
there.
thing over here, eh?
Yeah. And we always talk about those weird horizontal like Super Nintendo packaging.
Yes.
And this one really stood out and actually made the bright black Final Fight right on the yellow thing.
You couldn't not notice it.
How can you miss the auras?
Yes.
Like emanating off this box.
How do you miss the tension? The sexual tension
where it's like, I might beat you up, but later, I don't know what'll happen.
Yeah. Doshio.
The really neat thing about this is that it has the classic, Final Fight instructions on the arcade machine in the background of this is how you punch, throw, and jump kick.
Yes.
And it's vaguely supposed to be Guy and Cody,
but it's clearly not.
Even though Guy does not appear in this version of Final Fight at all.
And that long-haired hero is just no one man.
I guess not.
That's about right.
Yeah.
That sounds like the right name.
His lips look a little pursed, a little expecting, one might say. And in what universe would Hagar be this close to a Mad Gear Punk and he's not already been driven into the pile?
Yeah, that's the only question.
That's a little much. In this Trogdor-like arm.
They're just kind of doing
Do you think they know about us?
Yes.
Now, I know Wooly particularly is a big fan of this image. And this is used for Final Fight CD, which was a pretty more faithful port of the arcade game.
But this was an official piece of art that was just put out there for a bunch of Final Fight promotional material.
Yeah, but this is specific. It was used also specifically for the Sega CD version here. Quick to say that it has all three characters and the elusive two-player co-op.
Okay. So here's the thing about this image, right? Yeah. Obviously, it's super cool that this guy is about to get his shit rocked. About to get his shit rocked with this fucking
He's gonna get kicked.
Konoha Senpu Leaf knockout kick.
Sure.
But the fact that Hugo down here already
dead.
Fucking done, right? Because he's had his shit pushed in and Cody took a pipe to him. Right?
Yes.
Which is Hagar's weapon.
Yeah. Hagar's not in this image, strangely enough.
Cody took a pipe to him already, and then just beat him down with his fists.
Bloody.
To the point where we got the drips and drops collecting in a pool on the floor.
There's a cleaner version of this image that shows that there's a huge pool of blood right underneath the Final Fight logo. And they kind of censored it a little bit, but you can still see a little bit of the blood. Like you say, dead. Rest in fucking pepperoni.
Right?
Yeah.
So
He's dead.
he's fucking done. This blood is dripping, which means he punched his ass
And
afterwards.
2P
Wants
scared.
none. He wants none of it.
Yeah, man, you're crazy.
He's out.
And this is also really, really classic Capcom, like, early art. It has that same, like, watercolory, like, feel. Like, a lot of early Street Fighter art also looks like this. And it's just, like, all these fun shadows playing on the ground. It's like there's a spotlight on them, kind of. It's really, yeah.
He's done.
Wow.
This fucking box, and the style, of course, fantastic.
Yeah. I also love the CD of the logo.
Yeah,
It looks cool.
yeah.
It fits in. Kinda.
Right. It's definitely doing its job here to tack it onto the Final Fight text, which, by the way, we're taking a look at is awesome.
Yeah. It's also, it changes here and there, but most of the time it pretty much looks like that. It's always fucking cool.
And here's what's especially cool, like because they're related and because the origins of both are connected. Think about the words fighter in Street Fighter.
Yes.
And this type of coloring and this type of font.
It's pretty similar.
And then think about the word turbo and how that appears.
Yeah,
underneath.
Turbo appears like that.
And
right
you're
there,
basically
like
looking
how
at
the
a
final
sister
is showing.
franchise, you know?
Yeah, makes
it's
sense.
totally doing the same type of like shape with the Street Fighter and then Turbo down there with that type of writing in the exact same color.
Well, we talked about lots of times before, but remember, you make a sequel to Street Fighter. Okay, we'll make a sequel where you fight on the streets.
Yeah.
Nah, man, what'd you do?
Wow.
We did what you said.
Yeah.
This is also, I remember when we were going through the Street Fighter Eternal Challenge art book, or something similar. You remember you just look at this fucking picture,
right? And I want to
cool
think that Cody, despite the fact that he's looking at like 2P like the fuckboy that he is, he's also
wearing his parachute pants.
He's also like his cone of vision is looking.
He's showing
because he sees that knife.
He's shooting the daggers in both directions. He's got the spread shot. On his fucking dagger.
So he's looking
vision.
at 2P like the fuckboy, but his right eye is looking at that knife.
Nah, man. You thought I missed you over there?
I want that knife. Because he's fucking good with it. It's probable. It is probable that this image and what this represents right here is what led to Cody's story before a story really existed.
Because there's a narrative being painted here. Cody went too far, and the Magyars are really scared of him. And Guy, with his back turned, doesn't know how far Cody maybe is actually
already
going.
lost.
He's already gone at this point, and Guy was too late to see. Oh,
right?
Already stuck behind bars.
Put the handcuffs on him.
Yeah.
That potential is too strong. We gotta nerf it.
And he already feels like he's being a little bored. The beginning of boredom.
No action in his gesture. Just totally tired of what's going on.
Very good point.
Right?
Very good point.
Jessica, not a thought in his head.
Yeah, I guess I'll save her. So this is
I don't love it.
This is the Japanese Mega CD version. You gotta love it just because of Hagar's pose. That's awesome. You gotta less love it for the, not as cool depictions of Cody and Guy. Is kind of there. I don't know. Is this being a paper being torn asunder? And we're seeing like the reality breaking underneath Metro City.
Well,
what is this?
Look. Okay, so we're getting the first look right now at the brick motif, which gets shattered.
Yeah, often.
Right.
Usually by Cody.
In Street Fighter, the original game, in fact, you see the brick wall getting broken down. So the breaking of the wall is
fine.
Unknown thing. You've got early. God, what was his name? Bengus.
Bengus. Yes.
You got early ass Bengus faces.
Yeah.
Which
they're there.
He improved over the years. Let's be real.
And then got even worse in Street Fighter 5.
But I don't.
He looks cool. Look at his giant forehead. It looks great.
I guess.
Yeah. He looks fine.
Anyway.
It's definitely a less striking image. It's kind of messed up. Your eye kind of goes all over the place, really.
And here's the thing: is blur your vision if you would. What are we getting? fucking red.
Yeah, the white thing just kind of stands out. Yeah, it's just
right.
really
It's just
messy.
a mess of red.
It makes me feel like the game is actually called Mega CD.
Right.
Final Fight kind of
Right.
blends in there with the red on the other side.
and the brick usage would have probably been fine if we didn't also have this edge rock
yeah,
put
why?
here for attitude
It's
purposes.
like someone's carrying a parchment.
It's like,
Why?
we get it. The game is angry. You don't have to put edge rock on
Don't
each
like
side,
it.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's... Dudes.
And it already says Final Fight CD there. And on the side it says Final Fight CD on the side.
On the
I don't really
spine
get
as well,
and then
yeah.
over there Mega CD it says we know.
We get
We
it.
know what system
We
it's
get it,
for.
right?
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so this I remember fucking seeing everywhere.
This
Because-
is fucking awesome. Look at Archer.
Ooh!
Look at John Hamm.
I never figured out who the fuck this
look
was.
at Jericho Benton on the left.
Yeah.
Now, the great thing about this box art is that this is the perfected Final Fight logo, where I prefer it. It's so fucking radical.
Because it looks like street graffiti.
It looks like street graffiti. It's sharper and edgier.
If this was sprayed by the Mad Gears on someone's
Look
lawn.
at Stamper right below the F.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, hey, man.
Right? And protagonist from a John Singleton movie. Right? Is
Why-
this Cody? He's wearing the same
He's
colors and
wearing,
stripes.
it's Cody. It's future Cody.
Is
Look
that
at what
Cody?
he was.
Yeah, is he going like, oh,
And look at Kid with his Walkman just going waking up from a daze.
getting ready to go
What?
enter Skate or Die.
What's happening? Why is Cody's, or whoever that is, why is his shirt so ripped?
Because it can't hold in his brimming, exploding musculars.
Yeah, I know. It's have some wellness testing going on for Cody there, because he is on the juice.
Can't be contained. And that's all, you know, that's what she's looking at.
She's looking at those glutes,
right?
and she's like, "Grr."
Look at that.
Yeah.
The sounds of Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at,
Goon Squad.
the
All right.
Dude Squad.
So here, right, if you want to take a moment to recall the man that was staring Freddie Mercury down is right here.
If there's going to be anybody, that's the dude.
That's him.
Yeah.
You can see the earring. You can see this. You can't see the shade, but you can see the outline of the shades on the back of his ear right here.
Yeah.
It's the guy.
Also, be quick to note the Venture Brothers logo on the back of this guy's leather jacket there. It's just out of the frame.
You mean your jacket?
Yeah, my jacket.
Yeah, okay.
Also, note cool guy on the right who's like, nah, I gotta roll up my shirt, bro, so you can see my fucking Reaper tattoo.
Also, are you trying to let me know that a pharmacy is nearby? What are you going for, sir?
Alright, so this is Final Fight on the Super Nintendo in Japan. Now this
Okay.
box art's a mess.
Well, let's
focus on that main image.
We need to get into the action.
Yeah, get in there. Get in the ring.
Okay.
So there we see the residents of Madden Town quietly ushering a challenge to Hagar, who seems to be vaping.
But but he is, right? Clearly Hagar is a member of Vape Nation. For those of you who are in the know.
Yeah.
He rips the fattest fucking vapes. He's pushing out those hot O's and then he blows through it to make like the secondary O's, you know? Because he's fucking king of vaping.
So
we can see that he is also super angry at these happy Mad Gears having a picnic.
yeah, man, we're just hanging out at the community center, just playing some jacks.
Right?
What you got, old man?
Look
Why are
at-
you hassling us?
Look at the fun vibes coming from
Yeah,
this crew.
those are fun vibes, especially Sodom and Poison. Really liking those vibes. Also, is that guy in the middle that's crouching right to the right of Thrasher, is that a fucking Metal Slug hero?
Yeah, that is just not Tarma, Marco.
Yeah.
You know, like right over here.
Now, Wooly, you made a lot of talking, a lot of huffing and puffing in our Double Dragon video about perspective. Do you have anything to say about the Escher-esque posing of Metro City?
All right, so a little bit of this skyscraper appears
Well,
to
what's
be
wrong with it?
a tower dedicated to Sauron that defies all grounded perspective laws.
Oh shit, did you see that tower? Let me call Radagast and tell him about that shit.
Because it's vanishing up towards a point that's off screen over here.
It's going to Valhalla.
And this one as well seems every building in this distance.
Maybe they're in mid-collapse. Maybe they're actually tipping over.
Adhering to their own laws. Following a god unknown to the people of Metro City.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the fuck.
I will say that it's an incredibly honest box art because Guy is not present,
No, he's
as
not.
he is not in the game. So it's honest that way.
Right? This is the family photo that you take a picture of.
After the barbecue's over.
Exactly, right? And like it takes a screenshot, it goes sepia tone, it rotates a little bit this way, and then you get thanks for everything.
So
Okay, let's get all unnecessary information out of the frame. And
who's in this game?
And appreciate what this is supposed to be.
So this is a really rare specimen. Final Fight Guy, if you pan to the left, you'll see the other piece of pertinent information, and just down a little bit, this was a Blockbuster exclusive, as you can see, and it's direct from some foreign land.
Yep. And I remember because our buddy Shmup God Pat got his hands on a copy of this, and it was like, you're not supposed to own this. No one can buy it.
Yeah, this was legit at my local Blockbuster, and all this is since Guy was missing, like we talked about, they replaced, I believe, Cody, just swapped it out with Guy, and aside from that, it was basically the same game.
But the problem was that
this was an import.
And it was not only, it was an import, it was one of the first imports that was expected to be in English, because they didn't want to put out
the instructions
language copies.
English.
Exactly.
And that's the important part. Everything about this is the sickest, biggest dick shit ever. This is literally the best drawing ever made.
So these buildings are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want, because this
totally
is cartoon Metro City Town, where nothing matters, because practically, if you turn behind, they're all just like, yeah, beat them up.
You can feel that these buildings
are bouncing
to the beat.
Yes, these are
they're mighty buildings.
They're Yoshi's Island buildings. They're all having a good time.
Yeah.
Right?
I love how Andore and Thrasher are so strong and cool. They're bursting through the fourth wall and into the art.
Yeah.
They're coming in through. We're coming through.
They're ignoring the frame that has been provided for them over here.
Unless there's a gigantic red door that's opening and all this Silent Hill mist that permeates throughout mighty Metro City.
Now, I do like the fun that they had with this logo. I think they decided to
it's real fun.
Go kind of nuts with it. And it's a good time. It's a good time. It's
also very Street Fighter-esque with the underpinning shadow of the logo there, especially on Mighty.
But also, oh my god, good call actually, because the
Mighty, it's
edge
very similar.
Yeah, the edge of the letters is definitely doing the Street Fighter 2 thing.
Yeah. Final Fight not so much. It's kind of like they're just thick or whatever. But
now, this box leads me to believe, as an observer,
that
2P is the fourth playable character.
Or a Saiyan.
A little gremlin Saiyan. Good box.
So what we got next? Is it another Mighty Time?
Yeah, it is. But now it's creepy. Because this is shaded more realistically.
They look like Garbage Pail Kids now.
Okay, so for contrast, happy-go-lucky fun times lighting.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Vaguely weird, sinister feelings on this one.
The stuff of your nightmares.
But literally the guy from the first box art,
unmistakable,
is here now. He has a pink mohawk, but he's got the same
same everything.
Hot Topic
so
little earring.
I appreciate that callback. That's a nice one. Okay. I want to get a pair of limited edition 1993
Capcom high tops.
Capcom fucking kicks.
Yeah.
All right. You can't see it, but right around here, there is a pump that you use to inflate these shits. And there should be some LA lights right around here.
Right there,
just glowing.
I am very disturbed by the weird Morlock that's behind Cody that looks like he actually belongs literally in River City Rampage.
Well, before joining the channel, Pat had quite a few jobs, and
He did. It's true.
Playing the gremlin worm behind Cody here was one of his earliest. So, can we also take a moment? Let's see if I can really get in there.
Get in there.
Cody, as you get closer,
oh no!
you start to see some of the problems
Chucky!
that arise with this doll-faced Cody, who has creepy fucking blush.
Yeah. He looks like a doll that was reanimated to fight.
Right?
Fight doll.
Creepy-ass lipstick.
Yeah, it's a little
the
pronounced.
reddest of lips.
Macaulay Culkin.
And what appears to be some eyeliner.
A little bit. I think that's
or
an artist.
mascara, rather.
To be fair, his knuckles look like they have blush on them.
They do, but there's a lot happening here. He's got the old lady Orochimaru lines.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right?
Like, to make him expressive, though.
But it's fucking creepy.
It's really weird that his hair color is more accurate with the first sprite in the original Final Fights with the brown hair. Like in Final Fight 1, Cody has basically a light brown hair, and they switched it to like pure blonde later on for whatever reason. Hate! If I could imprint on Belger on 30,000 chords of how much hate I have for him.
God, there you go. That's what Cody should be about.
That's what he should all be about. Cape Fear. What we got going on the top? We got some wacky-ass, bloaty shit happening here.
Now this is what the box should be in its entirety. That is not poison.
That's not poison, nor Roxy.
That is neither. That is...
Is that Kenny?
Yeah!
From fucking Maximilian?
Oh my god, yo!
It's totally him. 21!
Motherfucker, what are you doing
Suck
over here?
my dick!
What the fuck? Hey!
Who the fuck is that behind Kenny? Is that a guy from Shadow Raiders?
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
But your weird obsession with creepy blush really rears its head with Hagar there. That's unmistakable.
The cutest little Hagar.
Who the fuck is Hagar punching?
That's the type of blush we need. Yeah.
Yeah. He's punching some type of vampire.
He's punching fucking Dimitri from Darkstalkers.
Or from that cutie Castlevania game on the NES.
And Dimitri is holding the dynamite that blows them up in the game over screen.
That's harsh.
The cannon. It's coming together. Look,
What is that?
This is a fucking Frankenstein monster. This is the other this is what's his name?
With a crowbar.
Frankenstein from Darkstalkers.
Victor.
Victor. What is happening here?
I don't know, man.
And this building is just on fire.
Because it had to be.
That's what happens.
Also, someone shot the vampire in his foot.
Yeah.
Why?
Right here. Oh man. No good. And I like the action lines to show that he's getting blasted away.
I'm getting blasted.
Right? That's a
oh
big fun.
Shit.
And then this guy's just loving it. He's just like, yeah. That's my fetish.
Don't shame me. Back it all out. I have to say, though, it has a fun neon-ish look to it.
Absolutely.
It's colorful. It stands out. Although, all the creepiness still remains.
All the fun buildings.
Just loving it.
From Metro City Yoshi's Island Edition. Doing their thing. Having a grand old time.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody loves it. Everybody enjoys Metro City.
We're so happy that our mayor is taking care of all these problems.
It's
really?
the best.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Yeah. I'm gonna re-elect him next year. I don't know.
One that's kind of a little bit of a grouchy building. Well, he's not happy because he's on fire, but he's smoking a cigar, so it's fine.
It's totally fine.
He appreciates that one. And then finally, we've got
what's our last building chant?
Pretty little bashful.
put little cat tooth.
Right? You got little Lees and then a little like everybody's having a good time.
Good stuff.
Everybody loves
Everyone's having fun on the mighty block.
Yeah.
So we're moving into Final Fight 2, the sequel to the game. And off the bat, Hagar, Carlos, and Mackie, furious that they are being tested on with a nuclear bomb. Going off in the background.
Oh my
getting
God.
irradiated.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
It's a little much, actually, for me.
Wow.
I don't quite know what's going on.
So, Mackie looks fine.
Mackie looks fine.
Carlos looks like Carlos.
Looking like just Ryu.
Yep. Weird, half Spanish Ryu.
A problem here already is that Hagar is just a torso.
He has no legs.
He is just being birthed out of this explosion.
Yes.
All right, so we have a bit on this later, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But
Because
I want to, there's some history.
I know the bit.
There's some history behind this boxer, but Mohawk Man returns once again.
But it's not the same Mohawk Man.
Oh, it's really close. He has the exact same scar,
but
the exact same stubble.
This is Mohawk Man Junior.
I don't know. All he's missing
Look,
is...
he's so much younger. He's got a tighter face with no lines on it, and he's got like more stubble, but the same scar.
The same scar. What are you saying?
I'm saying that this is his little bro.
Maybe.
That the cycle of crime continues, and that Punisher has to get them all.
Aside from this, Wooly, who is in Final Fight 2? Who are the three main characters? We just talked about them.
Hagar.
Yes.
Carlos Miyamoto.
Yes.
And a Mackie, who are nowhere to be seen in the background.
They are kind of in the middle there. Is
this Carlos?
Artistic interpretation there, especially on Mackie's part. Is it really? But Wooly, would you like to explain why on the extreme left, Cody decides to enter the fray?
What the fuck?
It's just Cody.
I never noticed that. Why is Cody there?
He's just... Hey, guys.
Yeah.
What's up?
Damned, standing in the traditional damned pose.
That's a sprite.
That's a sprite with coloring on it. That's accurate as fuck. We got one of the Andores going down over here.
Wooly, would you also like to explain why Dan
Hibiki showing up for some reason? We got another Cody.
Just kind of lax. We have another building Chan is on fire again.
And Oscar the Grouch, Pat, just walking in. Just Pat claws his way from the Morlock caves into the scene.
It does actually look like Pat a little bit.
Hey guys, what's going on in here? Is there any birds in this fight?
No.
No?
Fuck them. I'm not going to that con.
No birds over there.
That being said, it's still a good image in that your eye is directly drawn from Hagar to the guy, up into the logo, and it kind of all swirls around in one circle. Seems if you kind of blur your eyes, there's about 4 T-Hawks in this image. Yeah! This artist returns!
Okay. So I love a whole lot of things happening here, but this dude just fucking jumping over the top to get...
He seems to be attacking some guy.
That's what I'm saying. He's not attacking our heroes. He's attacking...
trying to get to them.
Anonymous scared man.
Maybe he's scared of that gigantic steel 3 that's coming at him.
It's totally coming at him.
He's like, oh,
okay.
no.
All right, so...
A lot going on.
Guy is... He's going through some changes.
He's getting that surgery where Asian people want to kind of turn into
Michael Jackson.
A little bit.
He's getting that. He's got the little creepy Michael Jackson stubble from the later years.
Yeah.
Right? The nose is almost doing that Michael Jackson court appearance nose. This is just weirding me the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Don't like it.
I don't
also,
like it.
a lot of creases, a lot of old man creases in his forehead. I guess he's also prematurely aging.
There's a lot happening. Guy is stressed from his master's death.
Yeah.
Who he's responsible
Oh, I missed the last game. So
never sleep on fucking...
Mohawk guy returns with the same spikes getting kicked the shit out of by Dean.
Okay, so this is the point where we start to realize that Mohawk guy
is a character.
is Zubaz to this box.
Yeah. He's jobbing on every box.
He's got to show up every time.
Jobbing on every
Right.
box.
And looks to me like he's ready to eat a fucking scrap dunk.
Yeah.
'Cause who is this badass motherfucker over here?
It's fucking Dean.
Way to introduce yourself on a high note.
So here's the thing about Final Fight 3 is there's 4 playable characters, and already that's a lot to like kind of impart on a box art. And if you recall, this has the same jagged yellow font around the image that Double Dragon 5 The Shadow Falls had.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we got May, the not poison. They were quick to show, hey, you can beat up females just like you always wanted.
We stopped
in the
censoring
90s.
it. Always a fan of the Superman flick.
The little Superman flick that Hagar usually sports.
This is the Hagar that we then got in like Marvel 3 and stuff.
It's
like,
really close.
right?
In Final Fight 3, he has this big, long, dumb ponytail. You
Yeah.
can't see it in this image, but he does have those little accurate little gloves.
And the
extra
fingerless gloves.
Yeah,
But there
you
totally
go.
should be like one of these things rocking. You know, like
But it
behind
would
his
go
head.
over her titties, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Not quite there.
Can't hide those,
Yeah.
even though they're like inflating in weird ways.
That's fine. It was the style at the time.
unnatural. Where's the slight curve that should go like that?
Zoom us back out.
Sure.
Overall, though, it's an explosive, colorful image. And it, again, gets the information. Wow, I just noticed that G.I. Joe guy that looks like he just got ravaged by the heroes.
If I'm not mistaken, this dude is exactly just this dude again.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You tried.
That's an attention to detail.
You
He
tr-
has that.
You tried.
He has that.
No, but like it's clearly someone
Oh god,
faking
I
it
just yeah.
because the brushstrokes are
I just
not
noticed
right.
the fucking Tree of Gondor veins that Hagar has on his bicep. Now, Final Fight 3 in Japan had the much more awesome logo / name of Final Fight Tough.
Father.
It's
Got
so
to get
fucking
tough.
tough. Look
Yo,
at the fucking
yo.
Hadouken that's shooting the logo.
Representing what?
Dean
And his electric powers.
or the new cool special moves that everyone can fucking do.
Well,
This
she's
is-
doing her special move, and he's powering up
This
his
is
fist.
sick ass Bengus art now.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Okay, Dean's face is like a little bit weird. Let's not mince
It's a
words.
little bit like Frankenstein-esque, and that's appropriate for
But
Dean.
this is some
yeah.
cool ass
It's
shit.
super cool.
Because this is like, yo, fucking line of action, hotness happening right here.
Yeah.
And you are totally seeing what would be like the in-game, booklet art showing you what a move
Exactly
would be,
what the special move looks
but
like.
it's right there
exactly.
on the cover.
So I also really like how Guy and Hagar, the two mainstays of the series, like have the bottom
Yeah.
right and the top left, and the new characters fill the void
With
in the
the
middle.
action, because
Yeah, yeah.
they don't have anything to prove.
No.
You know how fucking tough these guys
You
are.
need to get the two new guys over. And how do you do that?
With
They show their cool
fire
new
and
moves.
fucking electricity,
Yeah.
which neither of these two could do.
Now, while I really like the North American Final Fight 3 box art, I wish I just had this physically.
Yeah.
But like Final Fight 3, especially a Japanese version, how am I supposed to get this fucking box? And this is as high resolution as I could get this image. It's
did
not
it.
super
It's-
red.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I love it.
It's good. It's good.
It's really good.
Almost makes me think that like he had a new outfit with blue on it, just because of the way that collar is.
Yeah, a little bit.
No,
or
it's good
it's
stuff.
the ghost of Guy.
It's good. It's good.
Now, our hero, Shinkiro, I believe his
Broke out of-
his first Capcom job, even ahead of Millionaire Fighting. Like his first, I am hired by you now, Capcom.
Yeah.
Was this image that was used for Final Fight 1 on the GBA.
Broke out of the SNK dungeons to prove himself,
That I can do the SNK face
but too
on
late
every character.
because he's trapped in SNK mentally.
yeah.
Geese Howard,
That every time I think it's just
Chang
these-
Kohan,
Yeah. Benny Maru!
Benny
right next to
Maru.
him.
Mr. Big,
I can see it. I can see it.
Mel Gibson.
All the Mel Gibson faces. I do like the subtle poison there. There she is.
I almost missed you.
I love you.
Like, obviously we've been seeing over the years lots of problems with color and composition and things standing out. Blur your eyes and you see the stroke that was put around the main characters.
To make them pop.
To make them fucking pop. And boy, do they ever.
Yeah, they really do.
Not only are they the only things in color here, and these are tastefully faded out into Boxart red and Boxart blue.
Yep.
But you've got this awesome stroke that's not just an outline, but like it's actually like fading from a little bit of yellow and a little bit of green on this. It's an interesting stroke, and it does its job making them pop.
Now, aside from all those images we saw before, this was made around 2000, 2001, when, a little 2001, I believe so. This is when the GBA came out in North America. So clearly some new techniques and digital manipulation was used here, aside from all those other box arts we see. So he has some tricks in his bag that all the other artists were not available. Yep.
You're just Ryu.
So that's unfortunately the downside of Shinkiro, but still, really striking image.
Good. It's good. It's good.
You know what also is a really striking image?
Why couldn't we forget? Why would you not let us?
No. Never.
Look, striking, big, strongman, right? Fresh off of his Fight Club.
Do you like Fight Club, kids?
Do you like Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, because that's all it was trying to be from a marketing perspective. 18 plus.
Well, no.
A 187.
187 Streetwise.
Final Fight Streetwise die.
Ride. Or die. And then down here, what do we got?
As a full-on illustration, it's a good illustration, but does this strike you as a little bit, aside from the bloody knuckles that we saw in one picture of Cody, there's not much going on. It's dark, it's desaturated, it doesn't... Think about all the color we saw before. Mm-hmm. And this fits in with the game that they're selling, but it is the black sheep of the group.
It's what they wanted to try and turn Final Fight into.
Let's look at all these black men that are telling me to fight in a final way.
Let's look at all those kids that were marching for Mortal Kombat in the old commercials. And you know what? I mean, look, as fucking off the mark as it ended up being, I like, at the very least, the similar reference to Cody via the bloody knuckle fist, as you mentioned.
And the logo is not actually going over any important points.
But the difference
you can see the fist, you can see his face.
The difference is, though, that like back then, 2P would be this guy going, no!
No, God!
But now he's like, yeah!
Now we're moving on.
Why?
To the rage of the streets. Who is that woman? Why is she kicking Rick from Splatterhouse?
Is that not Blaze Fielding?
If you say so, because that's not what she is at all.
Okay.
Everything's on fire.
Yeah.
All the time. And I know they're trying to impart that, yes, these streets are filled with rage. Yeah, Bonfire Chan.
I've always felt, though, that, like, it's still a successful logo, but I've always felt that this blue square should say streets, because it looks like a street sign, and this angry red text should say of rage.
But just, okay.
Right?
I could see that.
Like, I think that it should...
Because rage should be in a red font.
And the word streets looking like a street sign, if it were at the corner of some... street-like thing. Could be up top here.
Oh, you put a lot of thought into this.
I didn't, actually, but it just struck me as, like, these two things are backwards.
Okay. What we got next?
In any case.
Bare Knuckle.
All right. You're going to have to...
For the Mega Drive cartridge.
Hold the hand and guide the hips here, because I never went in. So I'm
That's Blaze.
Is that Blaze?
That's Blaze. Also notice that Adam... conspicuous by his absence on the last box art, because it just featured whoever.
Yeah, and then Axel Rose.
Yeah, Axel Rose.
Now, didn't Adam have a bald head?
Nope.
He always had hair?
Yeah, he had hair.
Okay, that's my mistake.
I do like that it has the Streets of Rage kind of like opening intro, city skyline in the back, but it kind of clashes with the bare knuckle logo.
Dude, I can just look at that city and hear the fucking Law and Order thing. Not Law and Order.
Yeah, I know the Law and Order thing. That's the Law and Order thing.
Yeah, with the fucking, the shit ass, like, slap bass at the end. Like, you can hear it.
Now, I really like Axel and Blaze there, but Adam's face is a little...
He's kind of happy to be there.
He's kind of like, yes, sir.
Yeah. I didn't realize that it's Taz. Look, it's Taz, everybody.
A little bit. The musculature on Axel's abdomen.
Did he have yellow and...
In the first game, I don't think
weren't
so.
Weren't they just one color?
In the first game, I think that's an artist's interpretation.
Okay.
But what is happening with Axel's abdomen?
Oh,
what
God.
What muscles are these?
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Are these new muscles that were just found in Axel?
Oh, what the fuck? No.
Look at this nightmare scenario.
No, this is a Dark Souls boss. This is the face of a creature that you have to sacrifice souls to.
I guess so. The least said about that, the better. Now, let's talk about the main actual, I think, fault of this. Is the entire giant party happening below where I don't get where. What? Look at that person that's getting DDT'd by Blaze. What is that? Blaze is there.
Oh, yeah. He's about to get even flowed.
Who are the heroes?
Yeah, okay.
Is that Adam?
No. What?
Look at the bumming.
Well, besides, like, the smoothness of that rump.
It's quite rumpalicious.
I appreciate the idea of this game.
This game's explosive.
What is this sign trying to tell you?
If you drop this cartridge,
you're gonna be a fucking rad, cool-ass G.
It will blow up your dick.
What is this trying to say?
It's an action game.
Is it, like...
Maybe it's
fun?
The genre.
Is it the sign for fun in Japan?
I don't know.
Bare knuckle.
So... Skate finds no joy in his job. That looks like he was in a perfectly standing up straight pose and they just used the turn tool, the rotate tool, to make Skate go on his side.
They rotate. They made a seam right here.
Yeah.
And they just spun his legs one way.
Yeah.
And his body the other way.
Also, Blaze. I think that's supposed to be Blaze. I don't know because she does not wear blue.
Yeah.
She wears fucking red. What is? Who is it? Who is attacking that guy? What is happening? Did she just do a sweep? And Max, what's Max doing?
She got her legs in between.
What's happening there?
She sweeped the leg. Oh, it's a combination attack.
Oh, it's a combo?
It's a combination attack. So, here's what happened.
What's Max doing?
Okay, check it out. Follow the line, okay?
Okay.
She did one of these where she sweeped him.
Okay.
But
and he's falling over backwards over her leg.
And he did one of these.
Like a clothesline.
Where he elbowed him.
No.
Right? And this guy was standing like this, and he just went kaboomsies.
By the way, what is that fucking briefcase next to Max's head on the top? What is that?
The briefcase full of the money that he was holding with his chain.
It's very vague also.
But because they're on the same team, that means her leg can go through him.
Now, is
the attack.
Is Blaze a little person or is Max Andre the Giant? Because the size of her body. Also, remember, Skate is a little kid, and even though he's in the background, a bit like one layer behind, he's about the same size as Blaze. So there's a lot of perspective chicanery going on here. What? Like, the artist just went nuts. He just went nuts.
And then take a look at these legs.
Oh, yeah.
Right over there. Right over
Oh,
there.
God, I just noticed.
Look at this man. Look at this creature.
What is this man?
This is what would happen if Pat grew.
Yeah. It would just get all fucked up.
All right. Look at
his arm. Look at his. Oh,
follow
God.
your skeleton here.
Also, Max has hair in the game. He's not shaved bald.
Follow your fucking skeleton.
Also, why did they decide to put a dark blue shadow to make it real confusing about what's happening to that guy? He's getting kicked by Skate.
He's getting
Why? Why was that needed?
He's getting kicked out of the light and into the darkness of this alleyway. We've also got what clearly is a spotlight being shined by someone standing right around where we are.
Now, there's a board with a nail in it on the floor. No one's picking it up.
No one touch that board. You're gonna get tetanus. And War
2 power.
War power? What? Why?
Oh shit, with all this going on, I can't figure it out. How many megs are in this? Oh, thank God. And again, this guy that's getting knocked to the floor, Axel, is a 10-year-old.
Oh my God.
He's a 10-year-old with the face of a 40-year-old.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Always a good day to beat up a T-Hawk.
Kind of a mess.
All right, enough. My eyes are hurting me.
Well,
can we... Okay, well, this is where we want to go first, right? I do love the attitudes on display here by super not Japanese Axel.
And super not Japanese Max.
Nope. This is not Japanese Skate. And,
no.
And
she actually doesn't look...
She looks white.
Yeah, she looks... Yeah.
So that's fine.
You know what's nice about this? What the fuck are the colors of Blaze? They're red now. That's good.
Yep.
So, but now Axel inexplicably has changed to red gloves.
No bracelets anymore.
No bracelets anymore. No, this is Bare Knuckle 2. This is a Japanese version of Streets of Rage 2.
Shoutouts to Arnold Schwarzenegger doing the Pui Pui commercial for Japan.
I want to bless to be bigger. For whatever reason.
Is this a fire dragon that's just chilling? Or is that just fire?
Well, Blaze does shoot little fire moves out, so maybe that could be what it is. I'm not really sure.
Is this a Tattoo Assassin's fart fatality?
A little bit. It really bothers me that the logo for Bare Knuckle is slightly off center. I don't know why. Why?
Oh my God, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
It's because Max is so tall. Max being so tall throws the image off, because then they can't put Arnold Schwarzenegger's grinning face in the center, because then it would get covered up by Max.
Exactly.
And then they had to shift the Bare Knuckle 2 logo over,
because in their lineup, it's more or less centered. Yeah. But it's fucking not in the grand scheme of things, and that's really weird.
What a mess.
Don't do it. I can draw a whole face over here.
Yeah, you could. And I'm surprised they didn't.
This is a fucking video game. And as someone who doesn't know much about Streets of Rage, can you confirm that this is what Streets of Rage became?
Yep.
Okay.
A lunatic farce. Yes, now we have the kickboxing kangaroo. Now we have Tung Fu Roo.
What the fuck?
Dr. Zhang. Now we have Cro-Magnon Axel. Zoom in on Axel's face. Zoom in on that shit.
Better than Final Fight, right? Okay.
Not for this box art.
Okay, well...
Look at the fist that is his head. The same size and girth.
Never not think it's a fist, because it's always a fist.
It's even in the shape of it. So now they decided, all right, there's 4 playable characters or whatever. Or whatever Rue did. I forget what Rue does, because God forbid I'm not going to play Streets of Rage 3. But all right, so, they actually stayed their hand. They didn't throw a million guys in the background because I guess they're too scared of so Rue is balancing on his tail.
Yeah.
That's how that's happening.
That's how that's happening.
Dr. Zhang is reaching for nothing.
What a fucking terrible character design.
Blaze
can't
has
believe
now
that's real.
changed back to blue.
Yep, okay.
Punching no one. I don't understand Axel's feet.
It doesn't matter. He's rocking the latest Sega high tops, so
Yeah,
he's
but
good.
his feet are perfectly aligned, straight forward facing,
They're-
but his knee is at an angle.
Yeah, I mean, it works. It's just not comfortable. Awful. Is that what he looks like?
Yes,
God.
he's a weird techno tung fu Ru.
I mean, look, the logo got
I like it
cool.
now.
I like that. That's fine
I like
too.
that
It
logo.
works. It's like the stroke is a little lazy. They could have done something more interesting, like we saw with later on Shinkiro. But it's fine. And I will say this: like, even though it's kind of boring, cityscape, basic gradients, waterfront, and then sky. It's simple enough to be like, yeah, that's the background. That's contrast. We don't need to like make
It's
it
just that
too
an
busy.
American box art wants to go, well, they need to be doing actions.
And we need to see who you're beating up.
Well, why not have them all in casual, cool stances, like with their folding their arms and doing something like that? That'd be neat. That whole area is a big problem for you.
All
Like
right.
that!
Now here we have a better composition.
Now, for whatever reason, they decided not to highlight Rue and put Skate, because Skate's the actual playable character. Rue is kind of like a weird... I don't forget what he
Rue's
does.
there though, isn't he?
No, I don't know. But Skate's there now.
Okay.
I love that picture of Axel.
Yeah.
He looks like he's an earnest guy that's just trying to do the right thing. Skate is also now a pixie fairy.
And Pixie Fairy, you say?
Yeah. Look at that. But now Skate doesn't look anything like he did in the Streets of Rage 3 box art.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2.
Looks like he's just
Dr.
saying,
Zhang looks a little bit cooler now that most of his body is hidden from you and you can't really tell what his deal is. Hee hee. I really like Link.
Hey, look, listen.
He seems to be, Skate also seems to be farting out a magical stone.
This is true. This is true. This is what little black children do from time to time. But
hot.
But
orange.
But the colors are kind of a mess.
They're a little bit of a mess, but it's a nice mess.
Like, I understand that you're trying to show summer heat on your box all over the place.
Now, here's the thing. When it's not called Streets of Rage anymore, you can't get away with so much fire and heat.
Yeah.
Now it's just bare knuckle.
Yeah.
And notice how everyone is wearing something on their hands, so no one has bare knuckles.
That's true. There is not a single bare knuckle anywhere on this box.
And his hands don't count because they're robot hands. So now we enter this game.
I inadvertently touched a little earlier on something that you actually wanted to really, really emphasize here.
So, if you were an eagle-eyed viewer, you might have thought that a lot of things look similar.
Spot the differences!
When we passed by. So, what we got same perspective / alley. We got Trashman, Oscar the Grouch, Green Morlocks. We got on fire buildings. We get a guy getting kicked on the immediate left side. We got woman doing exact same kick, just reversed.
Oh my god!
Now, the general consensus / idea is that this Streets of Rage box art came first. Final Fight 2 came out not too long after. The same, because there's two similar, the same artist got contracted and started just reusing it, cause deadlines.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
So there's a
same
lot of,
artist?
That's one theory. I mean, it's up to the viewer to decide. There's a lot of similarities, lots of artists did lots of box arts. And it's just one theory for sure, but the similarities, like even the techniques of drawing and shade are very, very similar. They're a year apart or so, but it's up to the viewer to figure it out.
One thing is clear is that Hagar knows what the fuck he's doing and Axel does not, because what type of attack is that? Is that a kick? Then why is your fist out like that?
Yeah, who are you punching or are you kicking? Decide. we have one final box art to look at, and it's probably the greatest one of them all.
Okay. Hey, what's all this?
What's all this then?
Well, let's start with the problems.
What are the problems?
No, dude. It's fine.
When you search for Final Fight anything, you will see my DeviantArt images of Final Fight 1, 2, and 3 reused in Let's Plays, in official box art that you can buy for reproduction cartridges.
Did you create the frame?
I did not. Someone created that logo, the Capcom Super Nintendo, just used my art and overlaid it on everything. And they did the same for Final Fight 3. They did the same for Final... Even the Spoony one used some of my Final Fight art in one of his videos.
Yeah.
And when I bought a random reproduction cartridge box from a guy at work, we've talked about this.
I remember that moment.
Where it actually on the back of the box credit says art via DeviantArt / the Switcher or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that's cool.
You always know it's a signature Switcher original by the lighting style and the coloring style.
By the shit lighting style that also makes no sense. And just, here's a trade secret, kids. Just a blurred Street Fighter Alpha background. And you can see on the extreme left, that's Cody and Jessica.
Yeah!
That you can kind of see in Street Fighter Alpha 1, I believe.
Yep. I recognize the stage.
So all I really did is just redraw like the main art of Hagar and Mackie and Carlos from like the Final Fight 2 instruction booklet or whatever. And I was like, just put as many fucking veins on Hagar's neck as you can, Matt. It doesn't make any sense, but no one will care. So if you search for Final Fight, you look for bad lighting.
There you go.
And kind of goofy art, and you'll mostly slice.
So if next time we're at a con, if you bring one of these around, and you'll get one of these signatures.
I will sign it.
Right?
Yeah,
Hold on, let me try to emulate it. It's one of these.
Oh, very close. Oh, very nice.
There.
So there you go. I think that is a pretty accurate summary of pretty much every Final Fight Streets of Rage thing we can get a hand on.
Streets of Final Rage.
Streets of Final Raging Fights. Now, a lot of this art, especially Final Fight 2 and Streets of Rage, has a very, very similar airbrushy style to some other art that maybe we'll take a look at in the future.
Perhaps
has a lot related to Final Fight.
But I mean, this is just the beginning of the Stinky Muscle Men collection.
The dick wafting smells coming off it.
The musk.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this latest look at the Boxart critique.